One Wonka scrumptious fudge mallow delight, please.
The nerve of some people.
I know. Forging a ticket, come on. It's a golden ticket. You found Wonka's last golden ticket. In my shop, too.
Listen, I'll buy it from you. I'll give you $50 and a new bicycle.
Are you crazy? I'd give him $500 for that ticket. You want to sell me your ticket for $500, young man?
That's enough of that. Leave the kid alone. Listen, don't let anyone have it. Take it straight home. You understand?
Thank you.
Dear children, did you just watch the video? Well, in case if you have, you may be feeling lucky. Well, it's nothing less than a rare fortune to be invited for a day's trip to the manufacturing unit or the factory of your favorite Cadbury chocolate. Won't that day be special? Won't that day be memorable in your life? I mean, we have always wanted to have chocolates, right? But have you ever thought of how those chocolates are probably manufactured? Have you ever thought of the quality control? Have you ever thought of the ingredients that are probably used? Let me tell you, Cadbury is a brand in India. And Cadbury has been in the picture since ages. Even when you aren't born, Cadbury was definitely there, and even when you won't be there, Cadbury will continue to exist as a brand. Now, whenever we go to any of the grocery shops to buy chocolate, Cadbury has made such a recall in the mind that you would not even remember any other names, but you will definitely remember the name of Cadbury. Well, that is how the brand has been positioned in our minds, children. This is called marketing. It's not only about manufacturing, it's also about promoting whatever you manufacture, right? At times during the festive seasons, the FMCG industry, the FMCG, well, it's an abbreviated form for fast moving consumer goods. It's an industry, just like retail, just like healthcare, just like automobile. Even this is an industry, fast moving consumer goods. And all the food products, all the packaged food products that you can think of under the sky comes under the paradigm of FMCG, fast moving consumer goods. Example of an organization which comes under the flagship brand of FMCG is Godrej or Lay's. You have had Lay's, isn't it? Uncle Chips, Cadbury. These are all fast moving consumer goods, and they come under eatables. They come under the purview of eatables. They come under the category of consumer goods, eatables. Yeah. During the festive seasons, most of these, I would say, snacks on the go, like chocolates and your chips, okay, just to promote and engage more customers during the festive seasons, they give some discounts on the product. Or maybe you would find a circular voucher inside the packet, okay. Once you have had the content, once you have consumed the content, you might suddenly come across a piece of paper which might say that, well, you have earned 10 rupees on Paytm, right? You have earned 25 rupees on your phone pay, account, or maybe you have got a voucher which you need to take to certain shop, and then you can avail discount on further purchase in that particular shop, right? Similarly, in this particular lesson, the video that you saw at the beginning, well, there was a boy who went to one of these grocery shops and he purchased his favorite chocolate, and the name of the brand of the chocolate was Wonka, not Cadbury. Cadbury, well, I just spoke about Cadbury because it creates an example. It creates a visual and a cognitive example for you, because Cadbury is something which is very closely related to our lives. But this boy, when he went to the grocery shop to buy his favorite chocolate, the brand's name was Wonka. You must have seen in the video, Wonka. Well, it's been named after its founder, or the man who runs the show or the production of that particular chocolate. His name was Willy Wonka. Willy Wonka. You will come across this name when you go through the lesson. So children, you must have seen that when he unwraps to have the Cadbury, when he unwraps the wrapper, when he takes it out to have the chocolate, he comes across a rectangular fine piece of paper. Yes, and wasn't golden ticket written on that, children? So, as it is very obvious now, the lesson that I'm going to cover in this particular video is the 5th golden ticket. So let me just give you a backdrop. The characters that we have in the story will begin with an 11-year-old boy. His name was Charlie. Charlie used to stay with his family, and his family comprised his grandfather. The name of his grandfather was Grandpa Joe, and the name of his grandmother was Josephine. And of course, he had his parents, Mr. and Mrs. Bucket. Now, Mr. Bucket had a profession of shoveling snow from the streets. In Western countries, whenever it's the month of, now it's like the winter season, so it's the cold month of December in Western countries. Well, the roads are covered with snow, and then you need people to shove the snow out of the road so that the traffic can commute, right? So that was his profession, a snow shoveler. Now, the story begins like this. So it's like the grandfather and the grandmother are lying down on a bed, and Mrs. Bucket is the mother of Charlie. She's attending them, and she's providing them with soup, which they normally have in dinner. So she was providing them with soup when Charlie just bangs the door and enters the room, and he's super excited. He's super excited because he's got a ticket. He's got a golden piece of paper in his arm, and he just ran across the room. He comes to his grandfather and he hands over the ticket to his grandfather. His grandfather takes it very close to his eyes, so close that the nose hits the ticket. Okay. And why does he do that? Because he's very old, so he has to squint to see. And once he's done that, he exclaims with delight, "Yippee! I have the golden ticket which I have been expecting, or which I have been anticipating for a very long time now." What's so special in the golden ticket, my children? Well, that golden ticket is an invitation from Willy Wonka himself, who's the owner of the factory which produces that chocolate Wonka. And in case if you win the golden ticket, you are very lucky, because you would be called for a day's visit to the factory which manufactures Wonka's chocolates. So now let me tell you, if you go through the lesson, well, this is how it follows. You will see a lot of expressions. Grandpa is super excited. He's dancing around in the room wearing his pajamas, and he's so excited when he throws his arms with excitement. Well, grandmother was having soup, so he hits the bowl and the soup spilled on the face of Josephine grandma. Well, hilarious, very funny. When it so happens, Mr. Bucket comes home after a very, very exhaustive day, and he just takes his seat, and then there's a little bit of silence, and Mr. Bucket inquires as if what is going on. So Grandpa Joe requests Charlie to hand over the ticket to his dad, and when his dad sees that, he's equally excited, and then Grandpa Joe asks him to read whatever is written in the ticket. So this is how he reads. Greetings to you, the lucky finder of the ticket. I do wish to invite you to come to my factory and be my guest for the whole day. I, Willy Wonka, will conduct you around the factory myself, and afterwards, when it is time to leave, you will be escorted home by a procession of trucks. These trucks will be loaded with delicious eatables. If you ever run out of supplies, bring this ticket to my factory and you will be able to keep yourself supplied with tasty morsels for the rest of your life. However, there is a clause. Well, in case if you want to redeem the benefits of this particular ticket, you need to reach the factory at 10 a.m. in the morning sharp on the 1st of February. Unfortunately, the day when Charlie had the chocolate and when he got the ticket home, it was the evening. It was the evening of 31st January. So how many days were left, children, to redeem the benefits of the ticket? Not even days, few hours. Well, and then the rush started. They started running from pillar to post to get prepared for the trip next day. And in fact, when they were doing so, Grandpa said, wash your face, comb your hair, scrub your hands, brush your teeth, blow your nose, cut your nails, polish your shoes, iron your shirt. It's not iron, okay? I-R-O-N. At times we have the propensity of pronouncing it as iron. It's not iron, it's iron. Iron. Iron your shirt, and for heaven's sake, get all the mud off your pants. Once you have done that, you would look like a gentleman, gentle enough to visit Willy Wonka's factory, okay? And once you have done that, you would be coming back home with morsels, eatables, food items, which will be continuously replenished, okay? Once your stocks are exhausted for the rest of your life. Well, what a lottery to win, children, isn't it? Well, in case if you win a lottery like this, it's not only chocolates that you will have whatever you wish to have incessantly, means continuously. This was the offer, and who would ever wish to miss out on such an offer? And that's the reason, regardless of the age, all the people in the family were very excited. But now the question arose, who would go actually? Who would go to avail this facility? In that case, it was decided by everyone that it would be Charlie and his grandfather to go to the factory, well, and meet Mr. Wonka in himself, in person, right? And then get all the benefits back home. So when they were actually still deciding, okay, there was a knock at the door, and when Mrs. Bucket opened the door, she saw a swarm, S-W-A-R-M. It's a collective noun used for bees, which means, well, group of bees, collection of bees, yeah, and unit of bees, whatever you call them, swarm of bees. Whenever there are so many bees attacking you together, it's called, oh, a swarm of bees are attacking me. So you can say, whenever she opened the door, the moment she opened the door, she was greeted with a swarm of photographers and newspapermen. What do you mean by newspapermen? These are not the people, who deliver newspapers, in your balcony in the morning, who throw them, okay? These are not those people. These are the journalists. They are the people who come straight. Have you seen how celebrities are thronged by journalists and photographers? So some people take photographs. Oh, you're a celebrity now. Let me take a photograph. Other people will be like, sir, can we have an interview? Sir, please. They'll hold the mic near your face, and they'll be like, asking you to give an interview. Sir, how does it feel now? Tell me. So this is what happened, okay? And Charlie was suddenly feeling on top of cloud 9. He was feeling like a hero, nothing less than a celebrity. And then it continued, and it was late night, and Mr. Bucket had to request all the photographers and the newspaper men to leave so that Charlie could sleep, because It was 1st of February next day, and that day would have been the best day of their life only if Charlie slept along with his grandfather, and only if they rose on time to reach Wonka's chocolate factory at 10 a.m. sharp in the morning. I'll see you on the other side with the question answers and the notes. However, I'm sure this lesson is very easy and you can make your own notes or your own mind map. Children, I want you to be so self-sufficient that you should be able to enjoy and understand literature all by yourself. I have told you the story in brief. Now, I'd request all of you to watch this video, and when you do, please have the textbook and the page number opened so that you can also follow the details in the book. This is how you go about doing your online classes, children. Thank you so much. I leave you with that.